really so excited that you could hook up with me. My name is Charles Eromosele. You see, the importance of education is not to know. Education basically is to help you stand out. So it becomes very vital that you listen to things like this that can help you, take that paradigm shift from where you are right now to where you need to be. I want to focus on three very important things. You see, someone I really believe in is philosophical paradigm is Peter Drucker. He said something that we are in an age of accelerated change, one. Number two, an age of tremendous competition. Number three, an age of overwhelming complexity. So what did that tell you? That the age we're in now is not an age where you have something that you cannot properly package, that can bring back value to you. So it becomes very important for you to understand that the age that we're in, let me start from the first one, accelerated change. Things are really happening so fast. Unlike in the past 20 years, 10 years, the rate of acceleration of change within the global economic space is really massive. We're in an age right now where people are beginning to think about Amazon right now is, if you order for certain things, they can just go deliver exactly to the boot of your car. So people are beginning to think, the paradigm of thought are beginning to change every now and then. I will not flog this deeply into this, but by next month we're going to be having a masterclass that you have to, if you're serious about growth. You see, somebody said if you treat what you do right now as a hobby, it will pay you as a hobby. But if you treat it as a business, it will pay you like a business. So you can't treat something like as a hobby. You ain't gonna get no result trying to treat what you should give time to business-wise, treat it anyhow. And the problem is that so many of you are so busy with too many things that you've not been able to give the attention that one thing that can become your cash cow deserves. So let me get back to what I was talking about. So I've talked about accelerated change, and the second one is say it's going to be an age of tremendous competition. Listen, we no longer have competition. We are now in an age of massive disruption. New thinkers are beginning to come into the business scenes and revolutionizing the way business has been done. So the truth of the matter is that if you've gone to business school and you've done a lot of things around the business atmosphere, you need to understand that majority of those things are not going to work in the era and the times we're in. This is actually why 2020 was a massive case study that you need to really understand, take very seriously. Because when unexpected changes come in, do you have the necessary foundation to stand the test of time? The one I talked about is, I said tremendous competition. So we're not in an age of competition any longer. We're in an age of disruption. So if you are not ready to put the time, the effort, the know-hows, the new skill set that you need to have to grow your business, you are going to be taken out of the scene. And then the third one, which is actually very, very true, is that we're in an age of overwhelming complexities. So the business environment right now, or everybody thinking about startup, it's more complex than it used to be before. But it's only complex for those that have not given the time to understand, the tenets, the pillars, or the necessary know-hows you need to have in this time and season, especially in a time like season where we're talking about the future of jobs and a lot of things that are actually coming. There's a lot of changes happening right now. So if you are doing something right now, you need to be able to simplify the process, and I'm going to break it down for you right now. So, three things are very important. Number one, vision. What vision do you have for growth? What vision do you have if you already have growth? What vision do you have for sustaining growth? If you've already been able to sustain growth, what vision do you have, to pass it on maybe to a new system? Because that is something you must understand as a business master. It becomes very important for you to understand this tenets. Okay, so vision is very, very key, because without a vision, you're not going to have, a template to run with. That's the mistake I see a lot of people make. Some people just jump into business with the fact that, people are just going to buy. It never happens like that. If you don't want to be very truthful to yourself, how many things have you actually started that automatically, purchase actually started, massively? No. So in other words, you need to build a vision, and within a vision, listen, vision is just a couple of beautiful statements you put on paper or you put on a website. No, vision goes beyond that. Vision is your ability to be able to put something that is in line with the customer preference for your business, that is in line with profit maximization, that is in line with a sustainability plan. In other words, vision is what you're saying. You see, somebody said years ago, he said vision has to do with what you can become. Sight is what you see. Vision is what you can become. So in other words, as an organization, you're telling yourself that this is where I'm seeing myself in the next 6 months. This is where I'm seeing myself in the next 1 year. This is where I'm seeing myself in the next 5 years. The most important thing that you must keep in high perspective is vision. You know why? Because when you have a clear vision, pressure actually reduces. You know where pressure comes in? When you're trying to expect the result for 2 years' time, you're trying to expect that result now. That's actually where pressure actually becomes a major issue. That's actually where you need to concentrate, focus on where you're going to. Because the moment you begin to look around, trying to find what everybody is doing, trying to weigh your success by other people's accomplishment, you're never going to leave the ground. That's actually what I want to encourage you. In case you've not gotten my book, Fight Back, please make sure you get that, because Fight Back is not just a book. Fight Back is going to teach you on how to release that lion within you, for you to understand what works within in the marketplace, what works, within the financial atmosphere, what works within relationship, different things. So every day you must fight back to understand that you have already lost too much, and so you can't be where you are. You can't do the same thing and expect a different result. So it becomes very important for you to understand, that this is an era and a period where you need to begin to understand the power of transition.